Welcome to another episode of Canadian Stacking. I am not quite sure where I am at. I'm filming out of the back of my pickup truck. Oh, it says to rotate. That's nice. Oh, it wants it the other way. There we go. Hold on here. What's going on? Technical difficulties. If you're in the channel, give me a minute here to set this up. I apologize. I thought that the camera arm was good, but I guess not. It's not going to be favorable. So if you're in the channel, I apologize. Give me a moment, please. There we go. Camera keeps getting mad at me, but hey, what the heck? Oh, I did it again. You know what? Maybe I'll get better luck if I do this instead. You know what? I'm just going to put you guys down and I'm going to flip over and I'm going to do it the other way. I am sorry for the delay, but like I said in all my other videos, I am not a professional at this at all, and everything is on the fly, and well, you know, I just try to do my best. I had a long day at work. I apologize for being late. It was a bit difficult for me today to get away from the office to come do this, but I said I would, so here I am. I'm going to try and read your comments. I don't know how well it's going to work with me. Can someone leave me a comment right now so I can see if I can actually read what you guys are typing? Oh, there you are. Okay, so my rotation's messed up. That's what's going on here. So I need to put you guys the other way so I can read my comments. Sugar. Hope I didn't hurt my phone. Once again, I do apologize, team. You know, like, guys, I'm trying to do this as best I can. And like I said, I don't have any experience in it. How's that? Does that look okay? Hey, John. Hey, Terry. Joseph, welcome aboard. How's that look? It's telling me I need to rotate my screen. I'm not sure why. It has no idea where the hell I am, I guess. Oh, we'll try to pull this up a bit. Maybe that'll fix it up a little bit better. There. Rotate. What do you want me to rotate? But then I can't read my comments. Yeah, that's not very fair. Oh well, we'll just do her this way. All right. Does that look okay? I apologize. Everything good there so I can get started? That okay, John, with you? The video look okay? Everybody hear me okay? Hello, Terry. Hello there, John. Can you guys hear me okay? Can I get a thumbs up there or a comment that you can hear me? Perfect. All right. So welcome to tonight's giveaway. I had a really hard day on the river today. I wanted to get down and get back so I could, you know, hang out with you guys. I unfortunately couldn't get everything completed for tonight. So instead, what I've done to make it up to everybody who's in the live feed today is I've increased the number of giveaways tonight, and I've also increased the grand prize from that other, you know, like Canadian $50. So I'm going to give you the channel a choice of what the grand prize tonight's going to be. And like I said, I do this out of my own pocket, so I don't have a lot of money. But you guys can either choose that I can give you guys this TD half round. Okay, or the other option is I'm willing to give away this $50 Walking Liberty. So why don't you decide before everybody piles in, if I get anybody else, what you'd rather me give away, the TD round or the Walking Liberty $50. So just leave your comment in the channel which you'd prefer to have for the grand prize tonight. The Liberty. What do you think there, Brian? The Liberty, the TD round, the Walker. All right, John, the Walker okay with you tonight for the grand prize? All right, so I'm just gonna get going on this here. I also decided to do a couple of other giveaways as well. I'm gonna give away this. I think it's a 68. Yeah, the 68 50% silver Canadian quarter. I'll give this away as well. And then I will also give away, I think this is 67. I got to find the date. Yeah, it's a 67. So this is also a 67 Canadian dime with the fish on it. So these are going to be the three prizes for tonight. So we're gonna do We're going to do the grand prize, which is going to be this walker. The quarter will be a second prize, and we'll do the dime as well, okay? So just to make it fair to everybody who's in the live stream tonight, you can only win one. You can't win everything. I have brought my daughter's cell phone, and I'm going to use it for a number generator with the number of people that are in the chat. And I'm just going to assign you all numbers. So do me a favor here or there, and make sure you pay attention to your number for me. I'm going by honesty in the group. I'm assuming we don't have any people that aren't honest in the group. So John, I'm just going to let you moderate tonight. Can you just kind of try to keep tabs on people's numbers for me? Currently, we got 4 people in the chat. So I'd like somebody to pick number 1. So push number 1, Brian. I guess put a 1 in the chat there, Brian, so that I can say that you're number 1 on my number generator. And Terry, we're going to make you number 2. And John, we're going to make you number 3. And Brian, we're going to make you number 4. And Abe, we're gonna make you number 5. So if you guys can all punch in the number that I assigned you, so I can scroll up in the chat later on and verify your numbers, that would be sweet. Then I've got you guys all assigned. If there's somebody that's in the chat that is in stealth mode, because you can do that in YouTube, I need you to put a message down so that you can get a number. Right now, 1 through 5 are gone. Arab Smart. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names. So Smart there, I believe you need to type your number. I said maybe the wrong name. I don't see John putting in a number there yet. I believe I gave you 3 there, John. Oh, okay, that sounds great. That sounds great. So John's, well, right now I've got only 3 people that are respond. Oh, there we go. So Smart, you're not 7. I thought I said 4 for you. Because right now I only see 4 people in the live stream, so I'm just going with numbers 1 through 4. If anybody else joins in during this, I'm going to go and I'm going to look in my giveaway channel. So if you have not commented on a previous video and I go look for you in the names list, oh, hi, you're going to be number 5. All right, sure, you're number 5. So once again, I need you guys to kind of self-moderate yourselves. Okay, Rick, I didn't see you in there. You can be number 6, all right? So if you hang around long enough, I'm going to be giving away these. I'm going to go over it one more time just before I start the giveaway with the numbers. And, just somebody in the chat there, try to remember what number we're up to. I have a horrible memory, and I'm sunburnt today from rafting. We had a big commercial trip out today. We had like 50 people on the river today. It was a big day, and yeah, I'm kind of a little bit burned out. I wasn't quite expecting that, but my boss kind of dumped that on me at the last minute. So, yeah, what's been going on in the news lately? Well, we've got literally the world rattling the cage on the Saudi Arabian oil thing. We got the whole world rattling the cage on well, I'll just say it, Ukraine and what's going on over there. We got the Taiwan Strait, and all these things are affecting the price of everything. But I'm just gonna, hey Buck, what number am I at? Just give him the next number there, John, or one of you guys. Give Buckeye the number there. Whatever the next number is, and type it in there for him so Buckeye can remember his number. Fires, brother, what's up with that? Oh, well, so we got rain for 2 days straight. It knocked the smoke down, but there's a haze in the sky above my head. They're still burning. We went from 59, I think was the high point of the fires in Quebec here. We went from 59, we're down to 24, but we still have probably close to, I'd say 20 square kilometers of, yeah, I think we're there too. John, we're around 20 square kilometers of burning wood. I got a haze constantly in the air above my head. North of me by 15 kilometers where the fire smoke line is. So it's kind of missing us and going in between a couple of larger towns called Deep River and Pembroke, Ontario right now. Pembroke being the large city, Deep River being a small town. The smoke's kind of running along that way right now. They said tomorrow the smoke's supposed to be worse because we're not getting rain. Obviously, things are drying out and it's going to start going again. I'm just hoping that we can keep this cool weather going because that's what's really been helping us out. All right, so number 6. All right, so yeah, we've been going along with that, and you know, things have been better. You know, like it was apocalyptic here for like 4 days. I had never seen the sun where you could actually look at it without any kind of thing over your eye. Yeah, on cloudy days you can do it, but this was a clear sky day, and the sun was this weird, sickly brown a red color in the sky. I'd never seen that before. I don't know. Did anybody see those pictures of New York City and the color of the sky in New York there? That rusty color that they showed for New York. It was on TV. I'm actually 4, 5, 4, 6, 7. Okay. All right. So we'll go over the numbers again once I know how many people are in the live stream. Right there, right now, there are 9 people in the live stream. So I might have to figure out a better way to do this if the numbers keep popping up a little bit too high for me to kind of manage this way. But we'll figure it out. We'll play some kind of game or something, or I'll put a question in the chat, and whoever can get it from one of my previous videos, maybe. Yeah, I was making for some interesting sunsets, but here it was so bad. Like I literally felt like I was walking in a fog bank. I can't even describe how awful it was, but right now I've got clean breathing air. I had clean air yesterday, clean air today. It literally, when you walked outside within a minute or two, you could barely breathe. I like practically just wanted to live in my house. I'd never seen smoke like that, except for when the campfire was blowing directly in my face. You know what I mean? Like, I've never walked outside and been unable to breathe. It felt like I was walking through like hell, like literally like smoke filled, like brimstone hell, with ash raining all over my property. Um, I've been through fires before, like forest fires back in the 90s and stuff, but I never had an experience like that. Yeah, if you guys that are in the live chat right now, if you're in to win tonight, I need a like from every person that wants to be entered. If you haven't liked and you're not subscribed, and you don't leave a comment in the chat, you're gonna walk away with nothing. So you got to be subscribed. That's the minimum thing I ask, is you subscribe and comment in this chat, in this video. Okay, that's my minimum requirement for you to be able to win. So there's 11 people. I need 11 likes. Otherwise, you cannot all be entered. Now I got 7 likes. But tonight we're giving away this walker. I was going to give away a Canadian $50, but instead we're going to do a walker because I couldn't do what I promised I would do. Work kept me way later than I anticipated, and it kind of ruined my night. I'm going to give away this 68 Canadian quarter. It's 50%, and I'm going to give away this 80% Canadian dime. So this is the giveaway. This is the grand prize tonight. This is second place, and this is going to be third place. And I'm going to give them away in that order, okay? So like I was trying to say there, you know, there's a bunch of crazy stuff going on around the world. We've got all these channels that are basically screaming that the world's on fire. The Canadian government and the American government have made horrible mistakes. You know, like there's this guy called Sean Fu. I don't know if anybody knows who he is, but he's like an Asian gentleman who constantly keeps talking about how horrible the US is, how awful the West is. And I don't understand how he gets, you know, like Western subscribers to his channel from literally bad mouthing the ever living garbage out of our countries. I'm a patriot. Like I know I'm Canadian, but I'm definitely a patriot for my country. I love Canada. I love where I live, and I'm also, you know, like as Canadian Prepper calls it, you know, he calls people Russian bros. Well, I'm an American bro. I literally love my American compatriots. Maybe I don't overly agree with the way that the government treats people sometimes, but the American people themselves, I'm absolutely 100% supportive and totally on board with my American friends. So. With that said, what do we got there, Buckeye? And we have a president that can't walk or talk. You know, I don't know what to think about him. You know, like I'm trying to just remember I'm walking a line here. I don't want to get deplatformed or crudted on. But the whole thing with Biden, I don't know. I swear that like literally, I don't know. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. I literally feel like he's a puppet. And the only reason why he's there is so that they can keep grasped onto power, and that literally all Biden is a walking, talking, I'll just say it, garbage can. Like the guy doesn't even know where he is half the time. You know, Justin Trudeau naturally doesn't know where he is half the time, but Joe Biden, you know, he, like, I swear all of his mental faculties are gone. I remember Joe back in the early 2000s and the 90s when I first started actually paying attention to stuff down in the US. And, you know, like, Joe used to be sharp as a tack. Anybody here agree that Joe actually at one point was actually a pretty sharp guy? You know, like, I don't know if any of you agree with that. You know, I know that he's not really, you know, like a conservative in any way, shape, or form, but he definitely used to have some smarts back in the day. You know, and now when you look at him, you wonder if the pet rock is smarter than he is. You know, but there was one thing I really wanted to talk about tonight. This is just a political rant this evening here. Just, you know, like, I can't talk about silver all the time, you know, like, I don't want to be one of those schmucks, but has anybody here seen any of those Canadian assisted suicide videos, you know, like assisted, you know, planning your death and all that? I was doing some reading, and somebody put up a video today about it. I think it was redacted or something. They were talking about how the Canadian government literally is, you know, making any reason for people to be able to get assisted suicide. You know, from mental illness to critical illness to, you know, like, I'm just poor. You know, like, literally, I heard that somebody has been taken off of this earth because they couldn't afford to pay their bills, and to the Canadian government, that was a good enough reason to put them to sleep. So, my American friends, do not allow your government to allow assisted suicide for stupid reasons. Now, if I was dying of stage 4 cancer and in horrible pain, you know, I probably would like to be peacefully and mercifully let go. I wouldn't want anyone to live like that. But just because you're in a financial pickle and you literally want to euthanize people, that's not a reason. Now, I do have a little bit of a bone to chew. My dad is a war veteran. He served in the first Gulf War. He did some stuff over in Egypt back in the day. He got injured. He had an F-18 drop changing the tires in the Gulf War. It crushed his ankle, and it broke his femur. He has 2 plastic ankles he walks around. He's got a screwed up back. A whole bunch of crazy things. And I have moved my dad up here to live with me. He used to live down by Toronto. He couldn't get anyone to help him, you know. And I said to my dad, I said, look, Dad, if you move up here, I'll take care of you. And he literally packed up everything, bought a house up here, and I spent pretty much half of, not last summer, but the summer before, like, moving him up here and getting him into his house. And he was waiting for almost 18 months, okay, get this, to get a bathroom assisted toilet thing so he could get up and down off the toilet. He's in his 60s, so you know, he's not only was he injured in the Gulf War, but now he's like 30 years older, and you know, he needs like toilet grab bars and stuff to get up and down. He's got a wheelchair accessibility ramp that doesn't work quite right, and here in Canada, the Veterans Affairs will pay to do repairing of stuff, but after 18 months of him living here, they hadn't fixed anything. So he got upset and was talking to them on the phone, and I was sitting in the room, and he had it on speakerphone, and sure enough, the woman said, if you think it's taking too long, have you considered assisted suicide? We're talking a guy who literally gave his health for his nation being offered assisted suicide because he can't get toilet grab bars quick enough. You know what I mean? 18 months he waited before he like got upset, and they literally offered him assisted suicide for the fact that he couldn't get his toilet grab bars so he could take a shit in dignity, and they wouldn't give him proper gripping tape on his wheelchair ramp so that he could go up and down the wheelchair ramp without falling on his ass. You know, like, I have since then, I've put a new toilet seat in for him. I've done all that. I took care of that for him. But we were just trying to get the funding to cover the cost. And he had to get 3 quotes from 3 different contractors. I live 100 kilometers from the nearest major city, and I live 55 kilometers from the nearest small city. And I live in Quebec. So we have to get quotes from Quebec contractors, and they have to be recognized by Veterans Affairs or whatever it's called up here. And to get 3 contractors to want to drive for an estimate 2 hours up from the city, it was impossible to get estimates. I managed to get them 1, and they said that they needed 3. That's what was dragging it, was waiting, that all that political red tape, right? And then they offered literally, hey, Chris, they literally offered my dad assisted suicide because he wanted to take a shit in dignity without having to have his wife come in and help him wipe his bum. Like literally, that's all my dad wanted in life, was just to be able to look after himself and do it with a little bit of dignity. And they basically offered that to him. So right now, if anybody thinks that these laws that they're passing aren't going to be abused, I'm telling you right now, that is definitely an abuse right there. And I couldn't believe it. And I was sitting there and I listened to it. And I called up my MP and I talked to them about it. I talked to Cheryl Gallant. She's a conservative member of government. I couldn't get the Liberal Party member in my riding to do anything for me. She looked into it, and of course they record everything. And yeah, so that's my rant on assisted suicide. I do believe if you're in a lot of pain, okay, and you're suffering horribly, that we should do everything to ease someone's suffering. I'm not saying that there isn't a good reason for certain things, okay. I am a Christian, but I do believe that there's a thing called mercy, and like that we should grant that. Like, I don't know if anybody agrees with me on that or not, but that's just my opinion. I wouldn't want my worst enemy to be living in horrible, debilitating pain. So I agree with it for that. But for stupid things like I can't pay my car payment and they're gonna take away my car, like, come on, like there's got to be, like, levels of acceptability, right? Also, with the whole I'm risking my channel again, but with the whole sexuality movement, I can't help it, I'm going to say it. Like the spirits that are moving in Canada to destroy little children, you know what I mean? Like, I cannot go along with that. I will not go along with that. There are forces that are in the world, and that is the devil and his army. I'm not saying that you have to believe or anything, but why would you want to mutilate a perfectly made person and turn them into something they're not? That's gender dysmorphia. That's not that you're born wrong. God didn't make you born wrong. Maybe even if you don't believe in God, you weren't born wrong, right? Nobody was born wrong. We were all made perfectly. Like, yeah, okay, great, you're suffering. I'm going to tell you right now, I have suffered a lot. Okay, like, I've been in a horrible accident. I've had 3 discs in my back broke. I've had to have 7 operations so that I can maintain my ability to stand vertically for my bowels. I've had my right arm debilitated to the point where I can't raise it above my head because I got into an accident slipping on the ice at work. But I keep pressing through. I am clinically 28% disabled according to the government, but yet I still refuse to take a welfare check and stay at home. I'm not saying that some people don't need it, but until I can't stand, I'm going to go to work. Like, literally, that's me. I'm going to work my ass off because that's what God put me on this earth for, to be a man, to make money for my children and family, put food on the table, and to teach my children that no matter what life dishes you keep going. Like, that's what, oh man. Yeah. So once again, I rant, but yeah, that's pretty much my feelings on things. So I'm not really able to keep up with the comments here. Oh, evil is everywhere. I totally agree with you, Terry. And Chris, I'm just going to tell you, your videos, man, are hilarious. When I was watching your video where you talked about Joey B and grandmother's belly button lint, I just about died. I literally couldn't stop laughing. My wife actually came up to me and said, "What's so funny?" And I actually had to make her watch that. Where are you going to get the money from? I would never have come up with a zinger like that. It was funny. Yeah, if anybody hasn't subscribed to Chris there, you should subscribe to him. He puts out some premium content. He's a straight up shooter just like me. He tells it pretty much how he feels. Yeah, I like him a lot. I like him a lot. He's actually probably my favorite channel right now. I'm not saying that lightly either. I'm sub to a bunch of really amazing people, but I just like Chris's content and his. I don't give a crap what people think about what I say. That's kind of a big thing for me. And when they started allowing people to donate money in politics, that's where everything went wrong. Like, if you can give money to a politician and they get more money than they'll ever make running in office, why are they running in office? Like, clearly it wasn't for the money. they're being given more money than they can earn. So clearly it's dirty. Like I ran for member of parliament in my area twice, and I didn't even get allowed on TV. I didn't get allowed to go talk on the radio. They wouldn't let me into any of the discussions. But I did get to debate. In a newspaper against the conservative MP that was in at the time, and he told me that their plan was to, because the interest rates were so low, to borrow money to build infrastructure, and this is the best time to borrow. And my comeback to him on the radio was, well, if that's the case, now is the best time to pay back our debt. Borrow money and pay off all the older, higher interest stuff, get it all on zero, and then the savings pay off our debt. And every dollar saved is a dollar earned, and then start investing the money that we save from not having to pay the interest. And he looked at me literally right then and there like I had four heads and I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, look, I got credit cards, and I can take my Visa and I can rob and I can pay my MasterCard, and I can do this for a little while. But eventually the cards are going to come due and I'm not going to be able to pay it. And then I'm going to have to file bankruptcy. That's what a person does. We file bankruptcies when we screw up, Our credit gets destroyed and people won't loan to us, and you can't even, it's hard to get a job. But, like we got countries like the US, 32 trillion in the hole now. Canada, I think, is 2.3 trillion if you add everything up, which is just as bad, and you got China, China, like everybody's like, oh, China's this, China's that. Oh, I beg to differ. Right now, China's borrowing money 4.5 times faster than the United States of America. So anybody who thinks China's doing great is just pumping sunshine, because, for every dollar America borrows, China borrows 4. So, yeah, sure, maybe they own a bunch of bonds that are denominated in American bonds, but the U.S. government borrows less. The other thing I wanted to point out was, I don't know, has anybody here heard that China literally is now charging, giving less interest on American bond purchases in China? Oh, wow, 13 for 13. Thanks there, guys. I really appreciate that. BH, thank you so much. But China is definitely the most indebted nation to GDP. But China is now basically, if you get an American bond, I don't know what they said the rate was, but let's say you take out an American bond or American money, they'll give you 1%. But the U.S. is giving 5.5 or 6 right now, and they'll give you 5.5 or 6 if you borrow in yuan. So China literally just ended, I would say, the purchasing of U.S. bonds in China. That happened this week. Another thing is China opened up a bank where you can purchase gold and silver direct through their bank. So they've literally got gold in their money now. Supposedly they're buying up more gold than everybody else. It's only showing 4. Well, for me, I got 14 people showing with 13 likes, so I'm missing 1 like. Hopefully you're subscribed. You need to be subscribed to win. I'm going to do this dime here in about a minute. Okay, so the way this is going to work is I'm going to roll a number generator. That's my daughter right there when she was younger. Just a second here. All right, so I got to figure out how this works. All right. Might have to buy premium. Oh, there we go. Wheel of Fortune, 15 items. We'll go with that one. That sounds pretty good to me. My wife said this will work. I don't know how. Done. Ah, there we go. How many people? We got 15 in the chat. How many do I got on this wheel? All right. No, that doesn't work for me. They're taking Kings of Fake Gold. Okay. Chris. Okay. I can't quite figure out this number generator. How the heck is this going to work then? Numbers. Tap to generate. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a number generator and I'm going to randomly roll. Okay. And when I spin this, when I say it's time to go, the person who gets closest to the number, and that generates from numbers from 1 to 100. So the person who gets closest to the random number from 1 to 100, and the first person to smash it on my side of the screen, is the one that's going to win when I roll this number generator, okay? And I'll show you guys the number. So the person that gets, I don't have any dice, Chris, or I'd whip them out. Like, I don't even know. Does this thing have dice in it? Let me see. Does this thing have dice in it? All right. So, all right. So everybody that's here right now, we got 13 of you. Just what I want you to do is whoever gets closest to this number, when I roll it, not this one, but when I push this the generate button, you can start slamming in your numbers, okay? And the person who gets closest to it is going to win, and the first person to punch in the number wins, okay? So here it is right here. I'm going to go for the fancy schmancy dime, okay? So there's 14 of you in the chat. You can't pick the same number as someone else, and whoever on my side has the number first wins, okay? And I'm going to spin this off camera here in a second, so start punching numbers. And I'm going to roll in 5, 4, I don't see numbers, 3, 2, come on, let's roll some numbers, 1, and generating. Okay, so let's see who's closest to 31. Who's closest to 31? Hermo, you're currently, I see, closest to 31, I think. Just looking here. I'll do this better next week. All right, Hermo. So in my what do you call it there? Info, there is my email address. I need you to email me, okay? And when you email me, I need you to include basically your winning number, that, you know, like 31, and I'd like you to include your real name, because I need that to mail to you. It's not because I want to know who you are. I just want to mail you something, and I want you to get it. Not type in that weird name there, and then customs, if you live in the U.S., goes, I don't know who the hell that's going to. That could be Walter White, you know, and I just don't want that to happen to your item. Oh, I got this scrolling down still. Hold on here. I didn't realize my live chat got stalled. All right, so like I said, email me your in-screen name with your email address. I need your mailing address in full, and I need you to give me your actual name in YouTube. Okay, so Herm, you won this this dime here, so get me your information. You need to be subscribed. So if you're not currently subscribed, you better make sure you are before the live stream is over, because when I go to check, if you're not, I will keep this dime and I will add it to the next video, and I'll roll again. I want Justin Trudeau signed photo. You do? You do? Well, all you need to do to get a truly signed Justin Trudeau photo, and this is actual information, is take his picture and then have a dog shit on it, and you literally have a Justin Trudeau signed portrait. Any dog will do. It doesn't matter which one. You know, that's horrible. You know, I don't know why that didn't end him right there. Like, if that had been Stephen Harper doing that, oh my goodness, man, they would have pulled him up like a tree, and they would have nailed him down to bamboo. Like, literally, I don't understand. Like Trudeau has more lives than a cat. Like, he has to. Like it's unbelievably bad. Like, he was a drama teacher, and somehow he got elected to be like the Prime Minister of Canada. Like, from being a drama teacher to that, you know, like guys, got to keep it. You got to keep it clean, because my filter is going to block everything. It just keeps sending me messages that this is held for review. So if you're typing in violent, you know, comments in the chat, they're blocked. And if you're typing in ignorant, racist words, unfortunately, YouTube is going to filter that. So just try to keep it clean if you want me to read it. You know, like if you want to use a word, you know, type in the first letter, the last letter, and put some dots in the middle, and everybody in the chat can try to, you know, wrap their noodles around it. Okay. And we'll try to figure it out. So it's not that I don't mind reading that stuff. It's just I have to put a certain little bit of a filter. Yeah, I know that, Terry. I know that. I don't need, like you got blackface, you got the child thing, you've got all this other stuff that he's done. Like it's unbelievable, and he's still in office. You know, like, it's as bad as Joey B sniffing kids. You know, like I just I don't get it. You know, like you sniff a kid there live on TV, the mom and dad are watching, you know, and you get away with it, and then you go over and you start like touching Hillary and sniffing Hillary, and boom, you're winning. I don't get it. But all right, so let's do this quarter here. Okay, so same thing. You got to be subscribed to the channel. So if you're not subscribed, you better get that done. pretty quick, because otherwise you can't win this. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to roll a number from 1 to 100. Do not pick a number of 101 or above, because it won't work. And it's going to go in the order on my screen that's closest to the number generator, and you will win it, okay? So I see I got 13 people in the channel, so please make sure that you like and are subscribed, and I will be checking the subscribers. And if you didn't subscribe, I will come on the next video and I will just randomly give it away to someone. All right, so I see the numbers coming in there. I'll give you another 10 seconds or so, and then I'm going to close it out. I see like 7, 6, 7 numbers, 7, 8 numbers. There's 13 people. You know, you can only type in one number, not more than one. Got to be fair to me. All right, so I'm going to roll in 3, 2, 1, and generating. We got a 21. So who's closest to 21? I see Terry. No, we got Brian there. Brian. 17, 21, 17, that's 4 numbers. 23 is 2. So Brian, I need you to send me your email address. It's in the comments section there under basically additional info. My email address is in there, so I need you to give me the name of YouTube, your number here, and I need you to include your real name and mailing address so I can send it off to you. And once again, like I said earlier, it's not because I want to know who you are. It's because if you live in the United States and I mail this to you, I don't want them thinking you're somebody that you're not, and that's just a U.S. customs thing. I just want to make sure it gets to you. So we've given away these 2 prizes here. The next one we're going to do is it's going to be this Walking Liberty. We're running out of daylight. I don't know what to do. It's getting darker and darker. But yeah, we'll give this one away here in a minute. You know, one of these days, Chris, I would love to do a joint video with you. You know, even a phone in or something. You know, I'd love to actually talk with you and maybe make an evening of it, and maybe we could work together on you know, maybe giving something away. You know. So if that's something you're interested in, you know, just, you know, I don't know, send me an email to my email address and, you know, put your name, Chris, in there, and then maybe we can get some digits and work something out. You know, I've got an ability to call you for nothing. So, but yeah, so like I was saying there about China and them now accepting money, their yuan, to buy actual physical gold. I'm pretty sure it's all just digital, and there's going to be really no way that in China you can withdraw your gold. They're just going to say you own a portion of it. So it's like the digital CBDC that they're trying to push here in Canada. They basically put up this this thing on Twitter. Like, I don't know why they put this video up on Twitter, and then they said, hey, give us some information. Tell us what you think. Click on the following link. It was up for, I don't know, a week, and they didn't like the answers they were getting on Twitter, and they pulled it down. Now you can't even find the video for this, and they're saying that they got all the feedback they need. So I guess the feedback that they needed is that people really don't want to hear what they have to say, and they're going to do whatever they want. So I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go. I don't know what's going on in the chat here. Maybe I don't know if any of you are interested in being a moderator in my live streams. I would love to get a moderator to you know, go through some of this stuff and filter it out. I can't read it all, you know what I mean? It's not that I just want to make sure that you guys are okay with what's being typed. Is Canada going cashless? Absolutely. Canada wants to go cashless. There's talk about rolling out our own digital CBDC sometime before October. We know that when that comes, thank you very much, Brian. We know that when that comes out, it's only a matter of time before they have some crisis or some bullshit excuse to basically say, oh, now we need to go full. You know, we got to go full. And, you know, that'll be a sad day. You know, like myself, I like to have cash. Cash is my favorite thing to hold. You know, I'm not saying that you should keep your money in cash, but let's be honest. You know, getting paid in cash is way better than getting paid in your bank account in numbers, right? So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of going digital. We're already digital, so I don't understand what the reason is to push a CBDC. Like, I've got a TD Canada Trust debit card, I got a Visa card, I got a MasterCard. I can tap for payments, I can do email transfers, I can, you know, go and use all these other options like Venmo, PayPal, all these other options, right? So why do I need a CBDC? Like, I've literally got all these digital options. Oh, it's faster, it's better, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. I think it's pretty instantaneous. You know, like if I send money via PayPal to someone, they get it like within seconds, you know, anywhere in the world. So why do I need more speed, right? Yeah, absolutely, Brian. It is just totally for more control over us, you know. We're in the end game of capitalism, like late stage capitalism, where literally it turns from capitalism to cronyism, like full cronyism, right? So it's just a matter of time. Fiat dollar worth less until worth less. Absolutely, John. Totally 100% accurate. Like everything in money is a confidence game, right? It's a con game. Fiat is enforced by threat, right? That's what fiat is, enforce of. So like if I'm threatening that you're going to go to jail, that's like forcing you to use my money. Like they're literally forcing us. But there'll come a point where their threats will be meaningless because their money is trash, right? So when that happens and the confidence and the con game fall apart, that's when we'll see the total degrade of our currency. Could it happen overnight? Absolutely, it could. I don't see it happening anytime in the next couple of weeks or month, but it's gonna happen. Just I'm not gonna FOMO and like slam my face into a wall trying to buy up every last ounce of silver on the planet, selling off. Like we got channels that are literally saying, go in your garage, you know, sort through that stuff that you don't really need, have a garage sale and buy every ounce of silver you can, mortgage your house, buy silver, you know. You got people like I hate to say it, but there are channels that are literally like, I'm here to help you, don't live in fear. And then they make these, they make these things that you can buy, like take my course. Like, what are you going to teach me that you're not telling me in your YouTube channel? Like Chris doesn't go around saying, hey, $99.99 and you can get in on the stuff I'm already talking about. And I'm going to tell you about this insight that I haven't told you about. And I've been talking on YouTube for how long? And I got something new to show you, but pay me $1.99 so you can get these 8 videos of stuff that I'm just going to talk about again that I already talked about if you've been watching my content. Like I like Johnny Bravo. Okay. Johnny is an amazing guy. I enjoy his content. I like his sense of humor, but literally the guy gives a course away for free. He shows you how it's done right there. And he's like, every day it's on sale for $199.99. Buy it now because it's going up. Inflation is going to make me put it up. And there's all these other channels, Economic Ninja, same thing. Buy my stuff. Come to my thing. They're all selling you stuff. Why spend $199 American on that when you could spend $199 American and get a tenth of an ounce of gold? Like, would you rather have a tenth of an ounce of gold in your hand or a few ounces of silver? Or would you rather have like a course that's got like maybe 3 hours of videos in it that aren't going to teach you anything that they've already not talked about? Right? Take prepping, like John says there, take prepping seriously. Read up, do your own research. Don't trust me. Don't trust Chris. Don't trust anyone, right? You can have unlimited access to my interpretive dance videos. Yeah, I agree. But like, I don't want to sell anybody that's in this live stream anything. Okay. I'm not going to come on here and I'm not going to start pushing anything. I'm not going to start doing any of that stuff. I would love to have 200,000 subscribers, but I'm more interested in just talking about whatever I want. Yeah, Economic Ninja is the worst. Like, look, like what's his name? Invest with Michael. Does anybody know who Invest with Michael is? The guy literally went on a sabbatical after people in his channel were calling him a schmuck. Like they were literally like calling him everything under the sun, and then he cried off of his YouTube channel. He came back 3 months later and started chanting, I was right, and then he's like literally going off, and now he's got this new course that you can buy for $149.99. Somebody's here. I don't know who they are. They're probably going to come and talk to me. I might have to talk to them. Just give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do this when I get back. You need to clear out of here. I'm calling the police. You need to leave on a little live stream, okay? What? I'm on the video right now. Oh, yeah, I've watched it. All right. All right, so that was my my stepdad. He was coming to torture me, so I asked him to leave. He was watching me. I don't even remember where the heck I was. I know it was somewhere good. Oh yeah, I was talking about 149.99 there with Michael Invests. Like let's be realistic here. You know, like he literally left YouTube for like 3 months or 4 months or something, and then he came back chanting he was right. And then for the last 2 months, he's been doing nothing but talking about how the economic crisis is collapsing everything, the world's blowing up. And you know, I go to work every day. I get paid at the end of the week. I'm not saying I can't lose my job, but you know, let's be realistic here. Like, are we going to live in fear? Like these guys are saying, don't live in fear, but buy my course. Living in fear is watching the same doom porn every day, you know, and listening to them try to sell you something to get your hard-earned money away from you so that they can buy silver and gold, and you can just be 199.99 poorer, you know. I'm just drinking a can of beer because I need beer, right? I'm not going to show it to you, but yeah. Anyways, we're going to give this away now. So this is a 50-cent walker. I see 15 people with 14 likes. I need a 15th like. I need a 15th like. Oh, they left the channel instead. All right, so what we're going to do, same thing. I got a number generator from 1 to 100. Just start popping numbers in. It's on my side of the screen that counts. The person that gets closest to the number that I'm going to roll, 1 to 100, is going to win this walker that you can't see very well because I'm losing daylight. All right, so let's start typing. I'm going to roll this in 10 seconds. I'll show you all the number. You'll get to see it generate all on its own. Come on, Chris. Get her in there, buddy. You got an opportunity here. I'm trying to wait for you, Chris. Hey, Ontario Stacker, you got to be subscribed in order to win. I will be looking up names. I'm going to roll in 5, 4. Oh, I feel bad for Chris. 3, 2, 1. And let's generate this. Come on, spin. Where are you? There we are, spinning. Chris, did you type something? It's too late now, 37. So let's see who's closest. All right, I got to scroll through the comments here. All right, we got a 37. BH got it right on the head. BH, I hope you're subscribed. You just won this walker here. So you need to send me your email with your real name, your name in YouTube, so I can verify it's you through your email and your mailing address. And I'm not asking because to know your first name because of any other reason. Then I want to put it on your mail so that you get it and they don't deliver it to somebody who's not you. Okay. All right. So I hope you guys all had a really good night. I had a great night. I don't know. I don't know if you guys did or not. But you know, it was super cool doing this live stream and doing this giveaway here. You know, I'm going to try and get to do some more stuff where I actually talk about things that, like I get a chance to research and look up some stuff that's kind of cool that nobody else talks about. I'm going to try and get an opportunity to maybe, like I said, for Chris to hang out in his channel there with him and have maybe a cup of coffee with him and, you know, maybe get to know him a little bit better and, you know, maybe kind of try to understand his hilarious sense of humor a little bit better. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, thank you all for coming out tonight. It's been amazing. I don't know what else to say other than, you know, like I say every night, you know, like time is the most important thing we have. Money is irrelevant, okay? Let's be real honest here. Like money makes life better, but time is the important thing, right? So anybody who's in this channel right now, you've given me your time tonight. And to me, your time is more valuable than any commodity you could ever give me. It's more valuable than money, because you being here with me tonight tells me you want to spend the evening with me and you want to hang out because we're all like-minded people and we all have the same wants in life. We want our countries to not be quite so sick. We want to get our nations back, but we don't want to. But we don't want to hurt anybody. We just want to have like normality back. You know, like you know, some semblance of what life was like. I don't know how many of you grew up in the 80s, but I'm telling you, growing up in the 80s was amazing. Like we had the best of everything. You know, we had the cool parents that got raised up by the people that won the Great War. Like our parents are our grandparents were the Great War survivors. Our parents are the ones that were raised by them, so they had this awesome sense of responsibility and duty and everything. And then we got to be raised up in the most prosperous period in American and Canadian history. 1980, 1990, those were like amazing years to grow up. Like prosperity was there big time for everyone to have. And now we've got all these people trying to slather all that awesomeness in whatever we're doing now. You know, like since about 2005, I don't know what's happened, but the world's like literally flipped on the idiot light, you know, and, you know, it's time to change the oil. So we need to start voting for people. But the way that we need to win is by going to our local riding, or in the States, whatever way it works with your senator, where you can get to pick who runs on the card before they run, and you can make the decisions on what they're going to pick for their talking points. So remember, it's not at the ballot box you win, it's at literally the level that picks who's going to run for the ballot box. So you want to be on those boards, and you want to be the people that are dictating and making the votes on what the actual policies are going to be before these idiots open their mouths. So if you guys want to make a real change in your community, and like I said before, I ran for to be a member of parliament. You need to get on the committees that can actually make the changes, you know, so that you can alter your party's way that they look at things. The other thing is you know, like a two-party system is a broken system. Like literally, I believe the forefathers actually warned about making parties. You know, like they literally, like in the U.S., warned to not do what the American people are doing for a voting system. I could be completely off the wall, but I could have swore when I was reading some history that some of the great men in the U.S. actually warned about having a 2 or a 3 party system, that it would degrade into this hit them versus they, and it would be more about like special interest groups and everything than pushing forward the proper agenda that's important for, you know, the common man. And that's what's literally happened. There's been 50 years of this degradation, and I don't know how to fix it. I can't fix it myself, but I'll talk about it, and I'll say that, you know, like the system's broken the way it is, and there needs to be a change, you know, some way. I don't know what that way would be, but we can't keep voting in these lunatics with these crazy ideas of how to spend our money. Like literally, the one thing, I'll end on this one here, okay? Justin Trudeau came out with this dental plan. He gave it out Canada-wide. Everybody gets dental benefits if they're over 65, or if they're children under 18 years of age. They get dental benefits at some level. I didn't check what the level is, but I do know what happened here in Quebec. Legault immediately said, "We already have a dental plan. We don't need that money for our disabled people. Just give us the money." And he didn't improve the dental system in Quebec at all. What he did was he literally decided to build a $3.5 billion bridge in Montreal. So like he took your money, and the Canadians' money, and people from Alberta and from Manitoba and all over the country. It was to be given to children to look after their teeth. And what does our premier do? He builds a friggin' bridge, because bridges are more important. But anyways, that's all I got for tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. You know, keep stacking, you know, keep your thumb to the sky. I'll try and see if you can see my thumb. There's my thumb. Keep your thumb to the sky. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And until next time, keep stacking, and Canadian Stacker out, okay? Good night, everyone.